I wanted to show you this tree because it's in a wooden container and it's not going to get taller than that because it's in a container, which is great when you want to pick your fruit. So it's not so high you can't reach it. So this is why I love the wooden containers, and I love it so much that a lot of my trees are in containers, and I went and got some more this morning. Hi guys, it's Southern Girl City Gardening, and I'm Donna, and today's video is all about planting trees. I have 2 trees that have outgrown their containers, and so I'm going to replant them. I went to the nursery, got some good composting soil and 2 wooden buckets because I think that those little plastic ones, they're not going to be as good, and everything is starting to bloom. So I am going to plant them, and let's get started. All right, guys, let's go. I got a truckload of soil, and I was able to fill 2 large the city trash bins. And so I had a half a yard of soil. So I'm going to use that for my trees and some of my other gardening. Hi guys, and here's my tree, and as you guys can see, it's already starting to bloom and everything, so I don't want to shock it that much, but I did buy some it's like a fertilizer that's supposed to help the tree not to go into that much shock for the roots to be able to handle it. So I am going to put some of that in it. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. I'll go get it out of the greenhouse. But right now I'm just going to put it in this container. And I showed you guys earlier how the trees grow, and they grow to a nice size when they're in these wooden containers. I had put them in the plastic container and they didn't do so well, and I'll show you guys that too. One moment. Okay guys, I have another bucket of soil, and so I'm just going to fill this up. And one thing you do not want to do is go above the graft line. Here is the graft line for this tree, and I never want to plant it higher than what it was, where it was already planted. And I put something in it for the roots, and I want to show you guys what that is. One second. Okay guys, I put some blood meal on it. Want to get the foliage, of course. And this is what I was talking about. I put this plant starter on it. It says safe for all plants and reduces transplant shock. And so it's working with the roots of the plant. So I figured if it was working with the plants, then it can work with my trees. And so I put some of this on it and some bone meal. I don't want to put fertilizer on it, guys. And the reason for that is I feel like last year I over fertilized my trees, and I noticed that my fruit was getting ripened before it got to a nice size. So yes, I had a lot of fruit, a ton of peaches, but they were small, they were ripened, but they weren't able to get to their full size. So I'm trying to do as the nursery has told me. They said you only need to fertilize twice a year. And so guys, when I got the tree, I asked them if the trees had been fertilized, and so they said they did it right before winter, and then they'll do it again in the spring. So my tree, when I got it and I planted it the first time, I fertilized it for the spring. So I don't want to do it again. So my tree is up, and it is nice, and I think it'll grow now. So I just wanted to show you guys that. But let me show you why I get the wooden baskets. One second. You guys, I get the wooden ones because when I get these containers with these ropes on it and everything, the rope falls out and then it starts cracking. Like if I wanted to, I could just pull this and it would just, you hear that? You see that? It would just crack. And I got this bucket last year. and already it's cracking. So if I try to move this, it's just gonna, everything's just going to fall out. So that is why I don't care for these buckets. They're good to start off with, but after that I like to put them in the wooden planters. So that's why I do that. So anyways, guys, let me show you my tree. Here she is. She's all nice and she's blooming and having flowers on her and everything. See that? So I just wanted to make her happy and put her in a bigger pot and let her grow, because when I did my oranges like that, guys, the oranges grew so well. So all right, that's it for me. Please like, share, and subscribe. Bye bye, guys.